Hello, my lovely people. This is Lee from leeinthesweetlife.com. I'm here to talk to you about the new Foodie Book Club book that's just come out on our Foodie Book Club and our website and our YouTube channel. Please, first of all, thank you so much for those over 100 people who are subscribing to my YouTube channel. I'm so excited that some people, maybe people are just laughing at it, and that's fine, as long as you're having some fun. But please, could you share it with other people? And let's see if we can get up to 200. That would be really interesting. When I got to 100 for the YouTube people, followers, I got this email and this message from YouTube saying, "Oh, thank you, well done. You've got 100." And do you know what? I felt like having a party. It was it was so good. Anyway, today's book is called Oranges Are the New Only Fruit by Jeanette Winterson. Now, if anybody doesn't know what happens in our Foodie Book Club, basically, I'm not a book reviewer, so please don't hold me to anything. I like to cook, which is what this is all about. It's just another way of getting myself to cook. So I very randomly choose a book that has food in the title, and very, very loosely make a recipe that has that in the recipe. And I needed an excuse just to come up with that, really. And as I enjoy reading, the two seem to go together. What I am trying to do is to get people to form their own foodie book clubs in their areas. So basically, you go into my website, leeinthesweetlife.com, and see what the foodie book club is for the following month. Your little book club reads it, and then when you meet up for that month, everybody brings an item like a potluck using an ingredient that's in that title, very loosely. Okay, it's just for fun, and I think it's just a really good way of everybody getting together, meeting new friends, keeping in touch with old friends. So if you're forming a foodie book club, please let me know, because I'd love to know some of the wonderful things that are happening with this foodie book club. I'm trying to push it all over the country. So if Women's Hour want to have me on there, hey, I'm game. Hi. But we are going to be doing a regular slot on Bishop Auckland FM once a month, talking about the Foodie Book Club, so people please ring in for that. We're going to be having another regular slot on Spark Sunderland once a month, so please people listen out for that. And we have a regular phone-in, because I don't really have everybody sitting in the studio in this one, at Alan Robson's Night Owls, and I'm hoping that's going to be this Sunday, so just me coming in and talking about it. So make your own food book club and share it. So anyway, oranges are not the only fruit. Well, I apologise in advance for this, because there was a saying that sprang to mind, and I'm going to read this because, and also, can you hear, I've got another cold, ridiculous. I went to see my son this weekend in London to see his new flat, which is awesome. Hi Matthew, and hi Lizzie. And the little doggy Peggy, oh my god, and for some reason I had started this sinus infection, so I'm full of, hence the wrapping up. Anyway, so here we go. This is, again, I apologise, but there was a phrase that popped into my head, and I'm reading this. It says, I know it's good, I just don't like it. And that's sort of how I felt about oranges are not the only fruit. So apologies, Jeanette Winterson, not that you will ever hear this, because you are off with the gods doing your fantastic writing, because I truly believe you are a fantastic writer. Having read this, it's just fantastic, okay? Fantastic. How many times can I use that word? Anyway, I just didn't like it, not for any other reason than it just wasn't my cup of tea. And it wasn't the story, it wasn't the subject matter, it was just the way it was written. And I have to say, I've read a couple of other Jeanette Winterson's books, and I like them, but this one I just didn't like. And I think this was the first one. If I'm wrong, please let me know. So it wasn't a subject matter, it wasn't a writing, it was just so many, I'm not an English major, but so many metaphors, and it took me a while to get into it, and I like to sort of be able to jump into a book straight away. And if you know me, I do like a happy ending. I'm not going to do any spoiler with things on this, but it is sort of a happy ending. It's described on Wikipedia here. I'm reading this, a coming-of-age story about a lesbian girl grew up in a Pentecostal community. Right? And that's actually what it is. She's set in Wigan, and I definitely agree with the coming-out book. And I think, but for me, it felt like a coming-out book not a coming-out book just, but it felt like a book that related to different stages in lives for whoever. And I think Jeanette Winterson, I think when it first came out, was quite confused that it was seen as a lesbian book rather than a book. And I get that because it's a book that has a really good underlying message to it about knowing yourself and being strong with who you are, and I can sort of relate to all of that, and I think it's fantastic because I think no matter what age we get to, we find bits of ourselves, huge bits like, you know, your sexuality, or smaller bits of ourselves that we have to come to terms with and live with and like or don't like, but it related to all of that in the story, and I really got that. So she was a bit confused that it was just seen as a lesbian book and rather a book. That was after it was taken off the recipe book shelves. So hey, you know, that's a good one. I think it was really interesting that it was the sort of progressing through the life that got me, and I would have liked to, and I don't know whether she's done this, but I think it would have been great to see another book based on the same character, because even though the main character was called Jeanette, and obviously Jeanette Winterson wrote it, she definitely says that it's not based totally on her, but obviously when you're writing something, you're going to have some sort of part of yourself in there, aren't you? So I think I would have liked to have seen the next step in that, the next book related to the same Jeanette in the storybook, because it was about a child who's growing up, and there's a piece in it, and I also have this weird thing about when the mothers are brought in to be not the baddie. That's really bad. I don't mean it like that, but sort of like the thing to push against, because I think we all have to push against our parents and push against our mothers, and it was nice in this book to see at the end of that even though the mother character was not particularly loving, outwardly loving, or she was a very pushy person, and she did want the best, what she thought was the best for little Jeanette. But it's really interesting that I started off the whole book going, you know, leave her alone, back off. But as we got to the end of the book, the very fact that Jeanette grew up to be so strong and knew who she was in her sexuality, in her life, and all that sort of thing, actually did her mum proud. The dad was a bit of a weak-willed boy, but you know, you'll find out that on yourself. And that's what's difficult now in this day and age, to imagine same-sex couples not being. Do you know what? I've just suddenly thought, as I say that out loud, how naive that is of me to even think that. I was just thinking, it's just difficult to think of same-sex couples being ostracized as they were. What a stupid thing I say. I am so sorry, because obviously that is actually still happening, but I think my thoughts, and I'm not claiming it for my generation, but I've seen such a difference in what's been happening over the last 20, 30, 10, 5 years, okay? And it's such a positive thing that I've seen for same-sex couples and the fluidity of sexuality and things like that. So I see it as a massive step, but obviously it's not moving quick enough. So I apologise for that thought, but please take it in the spirit it was meant, in the fact that I've seen so many changes that it's been a wonderful thing. I mean, I remember and I've written about this in my book review on leahthesweetlife.com. I remember a story that my lovely mum told when she was younger, that there were two really good friends, who were ladies who lived together, and they were special friends. And it's interesting, and they were just seen as companions. It wasn't until my mum got older that she suddenly realised what this was. These two ladies obviously were together in a couple, and it just wasn't spoke about. And my mum was really shocked. My mum and dad were really liberal people, but my mum was really shocked to find out that she wasn't aware that that was happening. And she was so happy with the new openness of society that so it's really nice to see all that change, and I'm still with same-sex couples in my family who I adore with all my heart. I just find it really annoying that still happens, so apologies for my naivety as well. Anyway, so please enjoy the book, because even though I didn't enjoy the book, I enjoyed the subject matter, I enjoyed the writing and everything like that. Enjoy the recipe online. And actually, what is the recipe? Here it is. It is a orange, no, that's the thing. Here's the recipe. Oh, I'm so organised. Oh, actually, this is really nice. This is I used some blood oranges because I had those, and I've made it into a caramelized blood orange poke brownie. Okay, if that makes sense. So the brownie is really, it's so liquidy, it's fabulous. So you can use as much or as little caramelized liquid caramel as you want to, but the oranges are fantastic. So give that a go. That's on our leeandthesweetlife.com foodie book. Join the Foodie Book Club. If you join the Foodie Book Club by subscribing, the website's new, and if anybody knows me, you still know that I'm really bad at technical stuff. So I'm still trying to join the two things up, that when it comes out, the new Foodie Book Club title, you will be notified. But so far I haven't done that, so apologies to everybody who hasn't. So you have to still keep looking at my social media pages or keep checking back to the website to do that. But those people who have subscribed, I did manage to get some fantastic free downloads from a wonderful author that I'm beginning to know. Oh, hello Sheila. She's got these fantastic books, so I'm hoping to review later. I just didn't want to review them straight away because it felt like I was just giving you the presents and thinking, oh, look at these books, they're really good. Because they do have vodka in the title. So I managed to get some free downloads from her from Amazon to give to those wonderful subscribers who are new to it. So I'm hoping that as my business grows, and it's starting to, then I will be able to give you more freebies like money off coupons for food, supplies and things like that. So please join the Foodie Book Club. Please like us on social media, on Twitter at Cakes and More. Please share with all your friends. Start a Foodie Book Club in your area. Let me know. Email me. Go to the website leeandthesweetlife.com and you'll find all the contact details there. Follow us on Instagram. I'm trying to get that bigger now. I'm trying to spend more time working on that. And let me know how you think. Okay. Bye. Thank you.